Orlando controls the tip. Outside, Banchero is matched up with Bridges. Suggs turns it over. He steps up.
Suggs.
Magic turned it over 15 times in that loss against Philadelphia. Charlotte had just 8 turnovers against Miami. Diabate was a huge factor on the glass. 8 offensive boards.
And it's not just the offensive boards with Diabate. You know, it's the times people foul him when he's in pursuit. It's the times, Charlotte turnovers, only 2 after halftime. 1 in the fourth quarter, 1 in overtime. Paul's jersey, and they didn't see it.
Banchero gets Bain involved. 2-man game with Banchero. Hard drive, pulls up, and scores.
I like that by Banchero. Aggressive move into the middle and then over the top. Sometimes he tries to get it all the way to the rim and ends up taking very tough shots in traffic.
Miller to Bridges. Short on a 3-ball. Diabate fighting for it. And it's out of bounds.
You've got to switch that back screen. He was wide open. That's a mistake the Magic cannot afford.
Wagner on a kick. Bain rims out on a 3-ball, and Diabate skies for the rebound. Knippel has really been struggling on the offensive end. High banker doesn't go.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki said it in the studio. 35% over the last 10.
The acceleration by Bain, they're going to Magic player to ever do that. Charlotte opens up 1 of 5 from the field. They shot 44% against Miami. Miller drains it from long range.
But Miller had a great after halftime game, 16 points in the second half, 4 in overtime the other night in that big win against Miami.
Banchero strong to the hole. And a 6-5 advantage here for the Magic. Charlotte gets into it quickly.
Good trend for the Magic with Banchero being as aggressive as he's been.
Drop step didn't work. Bridges was trying to take Bain on the baseline. Miller using the Diabate screen. There's the roll. Diabate denied. Banchero. Suggs head and shoulder fake. The fend off over Knippel for 2. Orlando opens up 4 of 5 from the field. High screen Diabate, ball, swings it for Bridges. He'll let it fly. Hits the rim. Cleared by Wagner. Wagner. He takes it right at the chest of Miller. And told us it really is about Wagner just trying to find his rhythm right now, working through it. That was an offensive foul called against Diabate. In and out for Banchero. And a long rebound to Miller. Knippel. It's a wide open 3. Won't go. Bain the other way. Knippel cuts him off. 10-5 lead for the Magic. And Wagner couldn't finish. Put down. It's Carter.
But that's what happens when you drive the ball. You draw help. It takes a body off offensive rebounders. Carter to the rim, and Charlotte struggling with a very...
Guys did bother them earlier in the season. Kick. Banchero doesn't take the 3. Leaves it for Carter, who rocks the rim.
But Charles Lee wanted to protect the paint.
Ball trying to get it going. The rookie James to the veteran Bridges. Oh, that's creative on a scoop to the hoop.
Oh, that's a big-time finish right there with the right hand.
And that ends a 10-0 run. 14-7 Magic. Bain can't get the floater. James gets it ahead for Ball. Ball misses from the outside. It's tapped over to Suggs.
Ball was 2 for 16 from 3 in that game the other night against Miami.
Banchero 1-on-1, turns on Bridges, clears for Suggs with 10 to shoot. Suggs lines it up, and he overcooked it. Miller ahead for Ball, pedal to the metal. Swing, swing, diagonal Miller, bottom.
It's a big-time pass by Sion James. Head up, hitting right on target.
Miller is now 2 of 2 from three-point territory. And it's a 4-point lead for the Magic. Banchero will take and miss the three. Uncontested rebound for Ball.
Well, Bridges went under the screen. That's what you have to do against Orlando. You have to keep them out of the paint and make them shoot jump shots.
That scoop doesn't go for Ball, and he knocked it right through the legs of Miller over to Suggs. Suggs' jumper is pure.
It's a long two.
Charlotte put up 120.3 points per game in the season series against Orlando. They won it 3-1.
You can see the physicality, though, that Orlando's bringing to the game right now.
Another miss by Ball from long range. Banchero splits defenders. Carter got him. A three.
I like that three because the ball hit the paint and came out. You know the defense is going to be collapsing, but this Orlando defense is physical right now.
Miller misses from the side. James tries to keep it alive, and Banchero controls it. We're 5 minutes to go in the first. It's a 9-point lead for the Magic. Banchero flips it. Corner. Carter! Put it on the board. It's a three. What a start for the Magic. They're shooting 63%.
Just see how they're up into the ball. Sample size, but the last 2 weeks of the season, they had the best defense in the NBA. And it was really the first time they had a full roster. We're seeing the way they looked last year when they were second in the league defensively.
Miller is surrounded, and they're going to run out of time. Another disjointed set here for Charlotte.
But it's not to me that Charlotte's playing so badly. Orlando's defense is outstanding. It is dominating right now with their energy and physicality.
Orlando actually set a franchise record in scoring with 115.7 points per game this year. Black floats it up, Banchero trying to work around. The pirouette and bucket for Paolo Banchero. The lead has ballooned to 14, and it's the second 10-0 run of this opening quarter.
And they've already got 16 in the paint. Charlotte has to keep them out of the paint and off the free throw line if they're going to win this game.
Kobe White, one of the heroes of the Tuesday night victory, swing it for James. That ball deflected. Suggs gets a piece. Knocked ahead. Suggs couldn't grab it.
Shot clock violation.
They ran out of time, so once again, Orlando disruptive on the defensive end, and it's a turnover.
Well, we said
with him on is he said we're getting good looks. I don't see that. They're very seldom getting any look at all.
Early in this second quarter, Payne attacking. Batase in a crowd. Green was trying to knock it free. Kane is fouled.
So different. And this one is a lot different than the Miami game. Miami's a team wants to get up and down, play with a lot of pace. This is a team that's going to try to pound you at both ends.
Ball swings it. Kniffel. The pull-up is there.
Well, that's good for him. He needed to see one go, but you can see even how hard that was. The shot was heavily contested. He had to fight through contact to get to his spot. And you can see down here, Orlando just able to move freely. No bodies on them ever.
And that's a travel on
Kane. Like they were early in the game. They got to get the bigs up. They've got to keep the pressure on. It's one thing to come out with all the emotion that gets you playing with great intensity, but sustaining it is harder.
Kane jars it loose, and there is a foul called. Wagner back in against Kniffel. Ball fakes on a double. Wagner off balance, gets the roll!
Game plan discipline whatsoever. If your plan was protect the paint at all costs, which is what Charles Lee said. His team not executing that plan at all right now.
Second foul against Knippel. Ball is yet to score. Bridges, kick, Knippel, extra, Green, off the front of the rim. Wagner stumbles, and a foul call.
The physicality frustrating.
Half-court set here for the Magic. Every combination that's been on the floor has worked thus far for Jamal Mosley. Quality minutes from Bataze. Bain lost it. Knippel takes it away. Ball up ahead for White. Again, he saw two defenders and was forced to give it up. Ball turns the corner. Bridges lets it fly. Short.
The Magic doing a great job making the ball come out, but closing hard.
And Kane takes it in for two. 45-21, Orlando. Ball, the dribbling
Asking where this Magic team has been all season. You have to remember their big three of Desmond Bain, Paolo Banchero, and Franz Wagner played just 25 games together this season, including the play-in. And when I asked, the chemistry may still be catching up to the talent, but there's no better time to create it here than in the postseason, guys.
The Hornets have turned it over 9 times. They have just 7 field goals. Black gets to the paint. Misses on the teardrop. Carter is back in. Offensive rebound. Nice adjustment, but he couldn't finish it. Cleared by Kalkbrenner. White with a pep in his step. Gets cut off, and he just tosses it near the rim. Miller back in. Ball for Williams. His 3 ball doesn't go. Suggs up ahead. The lead feed. Black had it knocked away by White. Miller steps into the 3, and he's got it.
Well, if they can get some in transition where they can not have to face the Magic's set defense, that would really help them, but they're not a real running team.
9 points now for Brandon Miller. He is the high man for the Hornets. Suggs, corner. Remain no. And Black. Charlotte was living on the offensive glass against Miami. They had 17 offensive rebounds. They have 1 tonight. 7.5 to go in this second quarter. It's all Magic. Miller on the move. Swing it. Williams just keeps on firing. We got knocked around. Carter. They had quality wins to get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, they played in probably the best pool. I mean, they had to beat Detroit and Boston, the top 2 teams in the East, to get there.
Ball dancing. It's good. But it's an offensive foul.
3 fouls, 2 turnovers, and no points.
Ball was fined $35,000 after the league determined it was a flagrant 2. The takedown against Bam Adebayo, who did not return to action because of a lower back injury. Very focused on there's still a job to do. Carter misses on the first attempt. Who will... 1 out of 2 for Carter. They have doubled up the Hornets, 48-24.
And just look at the ball pressure now. The body is on you everywhere. There's no space.
Kobe White is way off an air ball. Suggs ahead for Black. Banchero. Hard drive. Banchero lays it in. And it's going the other way. And Banchero brutally honest after the loss to Philadelphia, stating how the Sixers handled their business. Knippel short, 1 and done for Charlotte.
There's just nothing coming easy. Charlotte, a team that wants to play with a nice flow. There's no flow in this game.
Miller knocks the ball away from Carter and retrieved by Knippel. Up ahead for White, gets around Black. White drives, bounces, Williams, his 3 ball, doesn't go. Carter ahead, uncontested, bang! Big finish!
every possession at both ends of the floor, and so far, they have not been up to the challenge.
Third foul on Black. Miller moving without the ball. Jump shot is smooth.
That's his fourth made three already. He's about the only offense they have had.
12 points for Brandon Miller. Suggs on a kick. Da Silva fakes out Knipple, floats it up, doesn't go. Strong rebound there by Bridges, trying to run. Gets cut off by Da Silva. Bridges continues. Diagonal Knipple. Corner, Bridges. Takes it in, flips it to the right hand for two.
Very good ball movement there. That's what they're going to have.
50-29. Largest lead has been 26. Adel is on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Knipple is 2 of 5 from the field. Carter is a 7
to play, free and easy.
4:44 on the clock. Carter splits a pair.
As we know, this is the NBA, and there's over 28 minutes to go. Plenty of time.
Miller off the double. Banchero takes it away from Bridges. Magic are running. Wagner leaves it. Banchero! Bully ball! Plus the foul.